An American man who's been imprisoned in Cuba for 4 years is now reaching out to President Obama for help. Alan Gross, a USAID subcontractor for the government, was working covertly to set up internet access for Cuba's Jewish population. And when the Cuban government learned about what he was doing, Gross was tried and sentenced to 15 years in prison. Now, Gross says that his prison conditions are awful and that he spends 23 hours a day in a small cell that he shares with 2 other inmates. So, Zach, this certainly has become a sticking point, for relations, or one of many, between the United States and Cuba. But there's also, I think, growing pressure on President Obama to actually do something here. We've even seen members of Congress, I think it was 66 members of Congress that just last month wrote him a letter asking for some kind of action. But I feel like he's always been very reluctant to try to chime in or interfere in situations like this.
Right. Well, and this guy's been in jail for 4 years now, so it's not like all of a sudden he woke up this morning and this was a problem. This has been a problem for a long period of time. And the administration does this kind of weird double dance on internet freedom issues. On the one hand, they like to tell the world that an open, free internet is really, really important. It's a fundamental part of the democratic process. But then at home, you see issues like press freedom and the role of the internet with WikiLeaks and things like that. You see these sort of administration crackdowns on the internet, on the production of news that's distributed over the internet, that doesn't necessarily seem consistent with the international message. So I think when you have a diplomatic partner, let's say like Cuba, where there are a whole bunch of different issues that need to be resolved, picking internet freedom and one guy who's in jail may not be like the most important thing on the list for the president. But I think if the United States could just take a consistent position here and stand up for free speech and for an open internet, both at home and abroad, I think that would be good for the country.